Hey team, let's get on with the video vlogging. There's a lot of power in vlogs, so it's worth it to do whatever you have to do to get good at developing yourself into an attractive video vlogger. It really is. There's so much power into that. Okay, so I know a little something about starting off and going, I'm not so sure about this. I'm kind of nervous. I'm shy. I don't, man, I'm really stretching out of my comfort zone on this one. Well, first of all, that's a good thing that you're stepping way out of your comfort zone if that is the case for you, because that is, after all, where the baptism of change begins and growth and progress, so you get better at it. So here's how I did it. There's only one trick to it, one secret. You just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it over and over again, never stopping. My first 100 videos that I shot, I threw them all away because they were so bad and I was so awkward and uncomfortable and just felt completely stupid, but I kept doing it and I just absolutely committed myself to getting good at it because I realized there was a lot of power in it. It was when videos were just starting to take off and get really huge, especially in home-based businesses like this. So it was worth it. Nowadays, almost every time, first take, bam, I got it, and I don't have to keep reshooting the thing over and over again. In fact, if you're watching this video, this is a first take video. So if you're watching a video that I'm not talking about first take, then you know I messed up and it's not the first take video. But I think I've got this. So that's the whole trick. And some other things beyond that, Chalene talks a lot about it. Watch Chalene's videos about how to make effective videos. They're really good. But you want to put the camera at about eye level or maybe a little bit above that. That's one that I could follow more often. You don't want anything distracting going on, so you notice in this video in particular there's just a white wall behind me. You can have other stuff in the background, but just as long as it's not so distracting that it takes the viewer off the focus, which is you and your message. Largely, you don't want the focus to be off the message if you got other stuff going on by you. At least a halfway decent clear picture like this, and doesn't have to be anything fancy. This is a $160 flip cam that I'm using for this. You can also use the one that's built in on your laptop if it takes good quality videos. Some of them don't, so you may want to just invest in a flip cam video. It's pretty cheap. It plugs right into your USB drive and you can upload it. It's so easy. And YouTube, you can reach the entire world via video because of YouTube. It's all free. So that's a really awesome thing that you want to take advantage of, especially as a home-based business owner. And what else? There was one more thing I wanted to cover. I can't remember what it was suddenly. Oh yeah, here it is. If you'll notice, I'm just being myself. I do not put on a sales hat. I don't put on a swagger when I'm sharing this with people, when I'm sharing my opportunity, or when I'm making video vlogs. And the feedback I get from a lot of people is, Tom, I just love watching your videos. You just seem like you're yourself. Like this is who you are. I don't feel like you're putting on some sort of act for me, and you're just so authentic in your facial expressions and all the stuff I hear from people that I get all these compliments from. It's really cool. So that's some of my feedback that I use to sort of learn from and like, yeah, I'm doing a good job with these things. And I always want to get better, but I know that I'm on the right track, and you're going to be on the right track as well. Just the biggest trick for me and probably for you is going to be when you see that recording light turn on, it's going to be to somehow be yourself. Because I know in the beginning when I first saw that recording light go on, it's like I became a different person and I fought it tooth and nail, and eventually it was easy for me to just be myself. But man, it's like, you know, I see that record light go on and I would become somebody that I'm not, and I hated it. I knew it, and my aim was to just be myself. And enough practice, that's all it is. You just keep doing it. You'll eventually come across as your true attractive self, and you'll start getting all kinds of compliments from people. And another really cool thing about this is people are going to become familiar with you. If they can see you and hear you, and they get the real deal that is you, your authentic self, because you're still you on video, then they're going to feel like they know you already. There's a lot of people I got on the phone, and almost all of them have heard my voice. They've seen my face and my little quirks and my expressions and all that sort of stuff, and they even tell me, you know, Tom, I sort of feel like I know you already. And for me, they're a total stranger because it's the first time I've ever heard their voice before. But it makes them a lot more comfortable with me to trust me when I make a recommendation on picking up a challenge pack, for example, or inviting them into a challenge group. So lots of power in video vlogging. It's worth it, even if you have to throw away your first 100 videos to get your first good one. It really is. And just make it your authentic self. Don't be someone you're not.